Now then, what's going on? Stephen Howson, Ronaldo Brown, XG Files. Welcome back. What's happening?
It's International Week. Yay. Don't make it awkward. Come on. Do you know what I mean? So it's already a stressful time with International Week.
What's the matter?
I just hate it.
Okay.
It's like England.
Why am I didn't make it awkward.
It's like England are playing Wales tomorrow, and I'm probably not going to watch.
I am going to watch that one.
Are you going to watch?
Yeah. So on this morning's walk, I said if you want me to, I will speak to Ash and get a preview from him. I can do a video with Ash tomorrow. So I'm going to throw out some questions on my Instagram if you want to come and get some questions asked of Ash. I'll put that on my Insta later. So I'm going to do... I'm not going to call it a preview for the game, but it is like a bit of a preview for the game.
There's just not one way to do a preview in it.
Yeah.
It's just a different way of doing it.
Bit of a catch-up with Ash. What's happening? What's going on with Wales? Are they going to qualify for the World Cup? I don't know. So, does he know?
Yeah, probably not. It could be touch and go. Because the World Cup is fast approaching. Wow, it's come around quick, that. But
and it doesn't it feel like 5 minutes ago we was in Qatar?
I think yes, it's because of the amount. It's because there's not. I think football's non-stop now as well. It doesn't really feel like there's much of a gap and a break in the summer. Early pre-seasons, teams going away to like Asia and stuff to do post-season games, and then you've got obviously Club World Cups. It doesn't feel like there is much breaks. It's just football's constant, and before you know it, time flies by. Because even now, look, because obviously we going on to the topic we're talking about today. What's your general take on October transfer news? When do you actually start to tap into transfer news properly? When you feel like
October?
No, because January comes around,
it does.
It's more obviously, tapping up does obviously happen allegedly.
I think it does.
Yeah, it does. And I think it's quite evident that Semenyo is on his way, and obviously he's had an excellent start to the season. Obviously second in the top scoring charts. I think he's second in GA basically behind Haaland, and he's absolutely flying for Bournemouth. For a Bournemouth side that for 2 years in a row you thought were going to be shit and they're never shit. But
he is a big part of the reason why, because he does.
And their recruitment.
See, Semenyo's really weird, man, because I see him almost quite as a very binary kind of forward. I think he's excellent at getting the ball back, and he seems to have a knack for finishing, but I don't think he's high volume, and I don't think he looks particularly like high quality, if that makes sense.
Nah, that's harsh. He's quality. He can't be quality if he's had good stats a couple of years in a row. Do you know what I mean? I know, but like, do you know what I mean? Like sometimes you look at someone and you go, he scores a lot, and I don't actually know how. And sometimes like you look at Van Persie and you go, wow, he's like technically perfect. I don't understand why he gets them. Semenyo doesn't strike me as that because he's a 6'2" powerhouse who's quicker than most.
Do you know what I mean? He's getting what I mean.
He's like, but Semenyo, I feel like he's basically like almost like a light version of Rafael Leao. Do you know what I mean? There's similarities between them two, so you can see why he scores goals. He can strike it equally as well off both feet. That massively helps goal scoring.
Yeah, I do.
But and as for high volume, actually that's one of the stats they used against him. I think last season he had. Correct me if I'm wrong. Semenyo might have had the most shots in the league last season. He almost shoots too much. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
No, and it never struck me as that.
In almost like a greedy way, because I know Liverpool fans started to look at him because they were interested, and then all of them saying not having him because he just shoots willy-nilly in situations where he shouldn't. Because his ball striking so good, sometimes players over-rely on it.
I'm surprised at that stat because he never struck me. I mean, I'm not even looked, but it surprises me because when I have seen him, I don't think he's got like a touch of the Garnachos about him.
Nah, because he hasn't got the shooting. Garnacho hasn't got the shooting ability or the power that Semenyo has. I think Semenyo is one of them where obviously Arsenal are heavily interested. Like Eze, he's an Arsenal fan, so it's giving Arsenal a little bit of a... Because Arsenal obviously, no, it's harsh to give him, it's annoying to give him credit. They do still have that little bit of... In London, they have quite a bit of...
Isn't Mbuemo an Arsenal fan?
Big fan base, no, United fan.
Are you sure?
Yes, United fan. Eze is an Arsenal fan. Semenyo's an Arsenal fan, and because Arsenal have actually become slightly more relevant again, when they're coming in for boys that are like boyhood, I think it gives them a little bit of a leg up.
Because it does. It helps us with certain players as well in the past.
Yeah, and he's obviously an improvement on Martinelli, but I think the question with his link...
Oh, mate, yeah. Do you know what? God, yeah. Martinelli's gash.
Because, you know what's... obviously, with the Semenyo situation, a lot of people wanted him in the summer as well, saying that he could have been a wing-back option, but I think he's way too good of a player to be put wing back. So the question is, in this system, where does he fit? And that's where the argument comes with. That's why recruitment's so difficult, because it's Alex Crook that's reported this. So United have basically become high alert and have joined themselves in some £70 million rate Semenyo. But there's also heavy interest from Tottenham, Liverpool and Arsenal, especially because of how he's playing. But it's about where does he fit. But I think the question that I've always got, especially with Amorim, whose job seems to be like swaying week to week.
Literally.
When it comes to recruitment, you have to get the balance right between signing very like system specific players and players that are just good players anyway that you almost can fit in, because you have to have that contingency, because it's all well and good buying a whole lot of number 10s because we don't play with wingers anymore, but then what happens when
if he goes
or if stuff changes?
There's also the argument to be like there's probably 6 players who can fill those number 10 spots in the squad right now, and none who are natural number 6s. So it's almost a case of like, why are we trying to redecorate our front room when we ain't got a roof?
United have done that for 10 years now.
I know, but can we not?
But when we did, obviously you're going to talk about it at some point, but there's interest that United are going to be heavily targeting that next summer. But the thing is, what gets me, I spoke about this on a video actually, for myself, that what United have done though is when they push priorities a year down the line, because United, you don't know what you're getting from United year on year, is that you could be like, United can go, that's why I didn't like it, when you're like, oh, it's all right, we'll sign a midfielder next summer. That'll be our priority next summer. But United have a way of having a season where new needs seem to prop up. So then a year is a long time in football. So by the next summer comes around, midfielder might not be your only priority anymore. And then
it's such a like flashing red light priority.
Yeah.
It's not like we'll get one if we need one. No, we really, really need one. And you don't need, like, you've got Cunha and Mount who can play like left side. You've got Mbuemo, Ahmad, Bruno, Mainoo who can play right side. You've got Xerxes who could probably fill in one of those as well. Like, genuinely don't need another attacker. Genuinely. I could make a case for a striker, either an older head or a younger head that was on the up and up. Someone to back up Sesko, because if we lose Sesko, I think we're in the shit. But right now, Manchester United absolutely critically need a number 6.
Yes, that is true. And the 6s that United seem to be going for, they're looking for almost like a rough diamond approach with what happened with Caicedo. And obviously the question with Semenyo, he only seems to fit in with his traits as a wing back, but he's not a wing back. He's someone he's a winger, out and out. He has the power to play centrally as well, but if you ask him where he'd want to play left wing, and United don't play with that at the moment. So the only way that Semenyo would make sense as a signing, unfortunately, because this system doesn't play with wingers, is if Amorim did eventually end up losing his job, Bruno leaves in the summer, Cunha becomes a 10. You've got Cunha as a 10, and Mbuemo on the right, Semenyo on the left, Sesko up front. I think then you've got a front 4 of Cunha, Mbuemo, Semenyo, and Sesko. And to me, that would take some stopping, but unfortunately,
Mason Mount in the 10 as well.
Yeah, and Mason Mount's an option. Exactly, Xerxes will probably be sold, I reckon, next summer. He's not getting. Where's Xerxes minutes going to come this season without cup football?
I was shocked he didn't come on at weekends, to be honest.
It doesn't. It feels like he's been canned. To me, would have to be injuries. So there's even a chance where I probably reckon January comes out and he goes on loan. Because United aren't enough competitions to rotate the team, so they can afford to. Because Cunha will probably be. I think Cunha's seen as almost.
Where's Aiden Heaven? Has he even been on the bench?
I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure where Aiden Heaven is. Actually, not quite sure. But you know, I knew this would happen though. People are gassed about that front 4. That front 4 I just described. Then that's mouth-watering.
Cool. Who plays behind him?
Baleba. I don't know. Obviously, United need to find a 6. Mainoo and a 6 for me. The only issue is with Bruno leaving. What we've seen with Cunha is Cunha.
That's not a certainty.
Not a certainty. Probably likely. With Cunha, believe it. With Cunha obviously not being a 10, but he's not of the Bruno mould where his off the ball work isn't as good in terms of off the ball. So I think if obviously down the line he replaces Bruno as a 10, I feel like there will be a little bit more earnest on the pivot behind him, like almost being defensively secure and having legs.
I mean, I like a defensive pivot that's a pair of bouncers, to be honest. I do. You know,
is that why you rate Ugarte? Not
yeah,
rate. Would you say you rate him, or you just think he's...
No, yeah, I do rate him, and I think that if you didn't have him doing the job of two people, he would look better. I think if you had two of Ugartes, I think you would think they were both good.
But how does having one extra person in midfield help Ugarte pass to a red shirt?
Because he's probably knackered from cutting about the place like a blue arse fly. His passing ain't that bad. It's not perfect. I think he's got a better pass completion than fucking Casemiro and Bruno.
I don't judge it by pass completion how many of those passes could just be backwards.
That's true.
Do you know what I mean?
But still,
I think that's why I look at progressive passes. That's why they have it on FBref, just to see which midfielders are playing the passes that matter. Not matter, because still passing backwards still can matter. It's helping with circulation and keeping the ball. Because even the likes of Rodri and stuff, he'll pass backwards quite often if he needs to. But with Ugarte, he has his uses.
He wins his duels. He covers distance. My whole issue with the whole, and I've said this so many times on videos. I'm bored of myself saying it, which is that the entire midfield presses. There's no positional discipline. Just hold, delay.
So is that a system problem then,
or an instruction problem? Yeah.
Because I was going to ask you about, what do you think about the media kind of talking about United win 2-0, but we played long ball basically the whole game, hoof ball.
We only played that from the keeper. We didn't really play that from anyone on the pitch.
Yeah, that's what was the focus on. We didn't really build up. Apparently we started. To be fair, I don't have a massive issue with it, in the sense of the only issue is the opposition, because I've seen the likes of Arsenal, Liverpool, and City over the past couple of years have games where they've played direct to the striker. Of course, whether that's been Havertz, but that's usually when they're playing other big teams where it's man-to-man press. You know they can't build up because the other team's press is too good, and they just hoof it.
Not always with the big teams, but teams that press, and Sunderland do. They have a front line that presses.
Yeah, they went because the manager came out and talked about it. They went man to man first couple of times. We couldn't play out, so then I think the instruction then from Amorim was like, "Fuck it off, just go."
But that's what you're supposed to do.
Which I'm not gonna lie to you. You can talk about sustainability. I don't mind that as a tactic, because I've actually seen other gaffers like what I've just mentioned do it. It's just like they wouldn't do it against Sunderland at home, if you get me.
But at the same time, the situation that Amorim finds himself in, where he is like we said before, he's a win at all costs, no matter what. Like sometimes, people talk about him being stubborn. Well, if he was truly stubborn, he would have continued to try and play out. But the fact that he went, nah, fuck it off, go long, and continue to go long. Think about the situation we find ourselves in, right? Confidence is probably non-existent. Fragile at a stretch. You've got a brand new goalkeeper making his debut. What you don't want to do in the first 20 minutes of that game is have the keeper accidentally pass it to one of the Sunderland players who's pressed and then concede one and have his head completely fall off. You don't need to do that. So just fucking hoof it, lad. Just get it away. You've also seen this new trend in the Premier League of from kickoff, kicking for territory like it's fucking rugby union.
Yeah.
Have you seen this?
Yes. Newcastle do it from kickoff.
So do Arsenal. Send it as far as possible towards the corner flag, throw in and squeeze. And I just think, fucking hell, man.
Do you know why that is? Because of the whole. What are the chances of you losing the ball with a throw-in in your?
It's the number one reason you lose possession. So number one, yeah.
It's almost like start the game in their half, almost.
Yeah, I find it as interesting as I find it frustrating. Because I would rather football be played in the correct spirit, but at the same time, you have to win, and you have to find those margins where people are maybe not putting as much effort into it. And like when I watch United take throw-ins, and I go, it's hilarious we're so bad at this. I don't think Ahmad took a correct throw-in all game. he was lifting his feet up like there was a foul throw every single time he took a throw in, and I'm like, fucking hell, lad.
Obviously, a throw in is the least practiced action of any footballer ever.
But you've also got the likes of Liverpool that have got these rotations that they do when they're taking a throw in to clear a lane for somebody to get the ball.
Yes, we did. That reminds me, actually, in my youth days as under 18s, Tony did have us do, on Fridays, we actually did spend 10 minutes doing, well, the winger and the fullback throw-ins. But in terms of movements, like you said, so they probably do get practice where but not the actual throwing, it's more what you've noticed about Liverpool, like the movements.
Yeah, so they'll have, let's say you have an A, a B and a C player. The A player will be the vocal one, that's saying, A, to me, feet, but he's a distraction. But he's the one that's the closest to the throw and the one that the opposition will see and will mark. Now, what he will do is he will over move. So he will maybe move too far one way. Then they will have another player which will overlap or cross over his lane. He's not the player either. He's another distraction. But what they've done is they've drawn two people over here because they're going to throw it over here. And then the thrower will and send it there. But he knows that the B player, is his first pass. Because what's the most used pass with a throw-in? It's back to the throw-in taker, right? Always. Yeah. And it happens all the time that it's just a really simple, it's such an obvious, it should be a pressing trigger.
I think throw-ins are always going to be low percentage anyway, no matter what you do, especially when you do.
Which means if you work on them, you can gain a big percentage.
I still think you got stuff like a throw-in, and then you've got a certain pattern for it. It's just going to, once it works once, when you do it early in a game, they're onto it then. Not
necessarily. And, I just described one. I would think an elite Premier League football team doesn't just have the one.
As soon as the ball's in the air, though, during a football match, the percentages drop, and the throw-in comes out of the air. So I think no matter, it's always going to be the highest turnover of possession for me. It's just one of those things. And also it's just the way football's become so like, I don't know. I think everyone's seen it. It's been quite set piece heavy in the Premier League to start the season. Every team's pumping it in the box from like 30, 40 yards out when they get a free kick. You've got everyone's taking long throw-ins now.
Every player's 6'1.5".
Everyone's got a set piece coach. Do you know what I mean? And it's, I don't know. I feel like
all we are is like true David Batty, Vinnie Jones henchmen, and tackling being legal away from just going back to the 80s with football.
I don't know, but it might just be an England thing, innit? Obviously, I feel like when you watch the league, that's why everyone loves Hansi Flick's Barcelona, who got pumped 4-1 by Sevilla on the weekend. But it's that they have that almost Tottenham Ange ball style, the way they play it, where they're really, really good when they're at it, but they're also can be got.
Yeah, when it falls apart, the wheels come right off
because they're playing like high line with defenders that can't run, and also. But yeah, it's always one of them. Rashford scored again, though. Fucking hell. It looks like we might, even Barca might pay out, but that would be interesting because that means Rashford. If you're looking at Semenyo for next summer, that would definitely mean that Rashford is out. Will probably be looked to be out of the door, but then United would actually have to have a buyer.
People are saying Delo's better with his hands than with his feet. Noted.
Why do we want another number 10? Semenyo's not a number 10.
Well, I think we're calling what them positions are is a 10.
Yeah, fair enough.
Inside.
I see someone say there, why have you got doing a live now whilst Rio's interviewing Gerrard?
Oh, because one, I don't care. Also, we try and go live at 4 o'clock every single Tuesday, so. And I don't think there's a much crossover between a Steven Gerrard interview and me and Ronaldo, I'm going to be honest with you. Although you have got a photograph where you called him legend. Noted.
Did I actually tag it legend?
Noted.
Oh yeah. Is he not though?
Not my legend.
Was that when I was at the academy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was forced into it. Hey, do you know what's bad? The way I go on now when I hate watch Liverpool, it's pretty funny that I spent so long there.
Is there an extra bit of gravy on your hate watching of Liverpool because you spent time there?
Actually the opposite. I hate watch.
Are you softer on that?
I hate watch like a proper United fan, and I do get overjoyed when Liverpool lose, and I do very much have that rivalry with him because as I told you many stories, I had that whilst I was there when I used to banter them about games and stuff like that. I got in trouble about it once. I told you, but because they do have that very much. It's very real. The whole we hate Manx. God, yeah. It's very real. Well,
my mate Phil played for Everton, and same team as Rooney, and he left Everton. And went to City. He's a blue, unfortunately, but he was saying he hated it at Everton. He said they fucking wouldn't pass to him. Just don't fucking pass to me.
Because he was mank.
Yeah, and he was fucking unreal him as well.
I was gonna say it was either his mank or he thought he was shit.
But he bounced straight. Well, he had offers from fucking every Premier League team pretty much, and went to City and was at 16, 17 playing reserve football like almost immediately.
Yeah,
it's class.
It's class. But what I was gonna say is I should be softer on them because they signed me and they believed in me, and I was there like my first proper academy. I was there for like 6 years as an academy player. But I feel like it's one of them where with Liverpool I do hate watching them, enjoy when they lose. And when I asked Esteval when I went in when I was watching, I cheered it like it was a United goal, which was quite embarrassing. So just because it's funny in it. But I think probably I have some begrudging respect for them as a club because they were. I'll be honest, they are run quite well in terms of like the academy and things like that, and they're not like. They're a respectful-ish institution when they're not. I'm not going to say what when they're not. I'll get in trouble if I say that. To be fair. Sometimes you know what, this is the thing with Liverpool. Look, I feel like you got to be so careful what you say because they're like the peak of cancel culture. So I don't want to.
Oh, they love a pie.
Do you know what I mean? So I'm not going to say anything that gets clipped up.
Oh, have you seen your man, Uncle Fester?
Uncle Fester?
Yeah. They clipped him up the other day. The suggestion was he was going to drop an M-bomb on air and caught himself.
Who? Fester?
I'll have to show you.
Who's Fester?
Don't matter. You obviously don't know, so I'll have to show you.
Okay.
Well, anyway, everyone was going, was he about to drop an M-bomb in his live? And he did a live the next day saying, have I said it? Yeah, I sing along to it all the time. You're like, even if that's true, what are you doing?
Who's Fester?
Oh, fucking hell, don't matter.
Does anyone know who is this guy?
Anyway.
Is he to do with Liverpool?
Yeah, Liverpool, the guy that does the Liverpool watch-alongs.
Oh my days.
John says, if we had Yoro, De Ligt and Martinez as a back three with Wharton and Baleba in midfield, you could play Semenyo on the left and Ahmad on the right. Yeah, you probably could actually, because I was thinking, as I was reading that out, I'm going, where's my offensive threat? But the fact that you've just basically put two wingers as your wing backs, there's your offensive threat. Yeah, you've got a 5 and a 5, and I think that works absolutely fine.
I don't know, it's with United though, like... if United get good enough where you pen teams in so much that you can actually last 20 minutes of a game, you can be like, yo, we need an extra goal there. We need a goal. Or Send it. 2 wingers, wing back. But
mate, fucking, who was it? Winsford away. We had 2 defenders on the pitch and I played no midfield and everyone else was an attacker.
I don't think you get away with that in the Premier League.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
But do you know what's mad? Do you know who got the equaliser? Do you know who got the equaliser? One of the defenders. What's this formation we're playing, Gaffer? This is the kitchen sink formation. Just fucking send it.
not gonna work in the Prem. I
am not coming here to get fucking beat. But fucking getting that goal.
I think the closest he got to that is Ten Hag telling Thingy to go left back, and he wasn't having it. Was it Anthony? And he got clipped, and he was fuming. I think, and then Bruno.
But he was actually pretty good then.
And Bruno was sticking on him, saying, "Bro, go where you told." And he was like kicking off because he didn't have any leverage. You know, like when you're a bit of a baller and you kind of got some.
And he was
in
not.
The game. He wasn't. So it's like you sort of go play wherever you're told to play.
Wilco says, "I'm bored. Give me a good conspiracy theory to go down." I don't know if it's too soon, but there's a hell of a lot circling about Charlie Kirk. Isn't there? Like they immediately redid and repaved over the site, which you would assume is like a crime scene. There's not been a ballistics report. There's not been a death certificate. There's not been a site of a funeral. There's talk that they booked the stadium way beforehand, and you're just thinking, I don't know. I ain't looked into it, and I don't even know if I care that much, to be honest, to look into it. But I keep getting people sending me all of these clips about it, and you think that is crazy.
Why are you asking us about conspiracy theories though? Why don't you send some conspiracy theories in?
Oh, that's a good angle.
Because I feel like I've run out of them. Do you know what I mean? I think I've run out of them personally, because we've talked about quite a hell of a lot of them on here. Do you know what I mean? And also a lot of conspiracy theories aren't allowed to be talked about.
Oh.
Because they're being what? Because I don't know.
That's a conspiracy.
I think the last conspiracy theory I think you spoke about wasn't really conspiracy, really. It was about the impeachment of privacy and the digital IDs.
And by the way, that's coming in now, isn't it?
And it literally, keeps time more.
That worries me, that. Because I just don't see it going back in a can once it's out.
Well, then a lot of people said to me when I spoke about it that you basically have a digital ID anyway with your phones and contactless and...
You do, but here's the thing. So they said they're not going to force people to adopt it or by law. But what they can do is make your life incredibly difficult to it. So at the moment, you have to scan your passport. There's also going to probably end up being where your digital ID is also required to travel. So if you want to, you don't have to have one, but if you want to travel, you have to have one. They're talking about being able to put your club card points on there for Tesco and stuff like that. So why would they do that? Well, they're going to be monitoring how much meat you buy. No, there's something about net zero which they brought in, which is like limiting people to a certain amount of meat, limiting people to only 3 flights a year, something like that. And
is that for carbon footprint?
Yeah, and then I saw something about how many clothes you can buy per year. You know, how long is it before it's how many miles? You know, there's only electric cars allowed after 2030. You're going to have to link your digital ID to your car. You're going to have to link your digital ID to your social media. Next thing, you tweet something they don't like, your car gets shut off, your bank gets shut off, you're not allowed to fly anymore. It's not... We're going into this mad totalitarian society. Like, it's not insane to think that that's the way it's going.
There's a mileage agreement anyway on leases.
That's different. You can just go over it and pay.
There'll probably be something similar.
Yeah, it probably is going to be something like, oh, you've done more miles.
Basically a penalty, isn't it?
Pay $49.99 to unlock another 500 miles.
And isn't it like it varies between 2p to 30p per mile that you go over?
Yeah, but leasing a car's an option.
Yeah.
If you own your car outright, ain't no one asking me how many miles I'm doing in mine. But that's the thing is, if it comes in, it's going to be a case of, oh, because of net zero, you're only allowed 5,000 miles a year. You've done 5,000 miles. And because it's an electric car, they can just go, no. Car don't start.
People found ways around it, innit? That's right.
But why do we have to fucking find workarounds? Why can't you just fuck off and leave us alone? How about that for an idea? Have we fixed all of the problems with England?
Are you going to lead a protest?
No, absolutely not. I'm just going to moan about it.
And put it on Patreon.
I'm just going to moan about it because that's what I do. That's not my position to be leading a political party.
The digital ID thing is a bit dodge, but it's one of those where, as many people have said, I think they almost have the ability to strike anyway. But that whole thing of having some sort of limit on the amount of meat you buy and clothes you buy, I can't see that possibly happening.
It's mate, you need to start Googling some stuff because they've already said that's what they want. They've already said that.
So what is the reason why they want to cut? What can people? What is the thesis for limiting the amount of clothes people can buy and the amount of meat you can buy?
Carbon footprints
from meat and clothes.
Supposedly.
Is that to do with the way that they're made? So they have to make, they can make less.
Yeah, but here's the thing, right? Britain could be the most green, sustainable country on the planet. It does not move the needle even half of 1%, because China's just shitting out fucking pollution at rates that just eclipse everything that goes on in England. Like, we are literally trying to scoop the ocean up with an egg cup. It's a fucking waste of your time, and all it does is it inconveniences all of us. Like, did we fix every problem in England? Then maybe look at, can we be a bit of a greener country afterwards? Because it would be nice to be a more sustainable green country. Could we reduce how much packaging we use? Could we use more glass and metal and things like that, and things that are reusable rather than constantly plastic? I don't like plastic. I don't think it is good. But ultimately, there's so many more other fucking issues that we need to fix in society, like access to jobs for people, access to housing for people that isn't going to take 75% of their fucking wages. Improve public transport, fix the fucking potholes all over for the roads that we pay a bastard fortune to drive on. There's fix the education and the access to education, and maybe manufacturing can be improved in this country. There's a million things that you can do. Instead, bend over, get your ass handed to you by the cost of your electric and gas, which has gone up nearly 100% in the last 5 years, which is insanity. And this bullshit that's coming in. Why?
So why don't you create a political party?
Because I don't want to. I just want to moan about it.
Make a difference.
I wouldn't make a difference because I've not got some fucking conglomerate backing me, because that's the difference maker in all of this sort of thing. Like Jay said the other day, Greens have got as many MPs as Reform. Do you even know who a fucking Green Party MP is?
Nope.
Bingo. But you know who Nigel Farage is, because the fucker's out there counting votes every afternoon.
It's true. And with the Green Party, I remember when I used to live in Salisbury Street back in Moss Side, they used to, every now and again they'd come round to your house around at the time, and they almost seen as a bit of a comical party.
It feels like a waste of a vote.
Do you know what I mean? But
like, I can't vote Labour because they aren't the party of the people and the working class, which is what I am, right? And where I'm from in Droylsden is a almost exclusively Labour part of the country. I can't imagine anyone else even bothers fucking running there. And there's loads of places up and down the country that they only vote Conservative or they only vote Labour, and that's that. Then you've got your swing ones where they might vote Lib Dems, they could vote Green, they might vote Reform, like they're going to have a different thingy. But there's so many places that are just locked off traditional voters of X or Y. It's a waste of time anyone else even fucking running there. So the battle for MPs is in those areas where it could go either way. But when you look at what Labour represent right now, they don't represent me, they don't represent you, they don't represent fucking anybody with a brain. The Tories don't represent anybody with a fucking brain. Reform don't represent anybody with a fucking brain. If you vote Green, you might as well just fucking set fire to your vote, because they're not going to get in power. If you vote Lib Dems, I don't even know what the fuck they're about.
I do remember was it 15 years ago with the Labour and Lib Dem coalition?
No, it's Conservative and Lib Dem.
Conservative Lib Dem.
So that probably turned a lot of people that were voting Lib Dem off Lib Dem because they fucking ponied up with the Conservatives. I'm politically homeless. I saw something the other day. Someone accused me of being right wing, and someone accused me of being left wing, and I'm like, how the fuck can I be accused of being both? And someone accused me of being a Labour voter. I've never voted for Labour. I've not voted because I don't look at any of... One, I live in areas where my vote is a fucking waste of time. Literal waste of time. But at the same time, I don't believe in any of them parties enough to vote for them. I am politically homeless and nothing represents me. And I imagine I'm not on my own. I'm 41 years of age and I don't feel like there's a single party out there represents me. And you might feel the same. You might feel like there's nothing represents you.
I'm 27 and I've never voted.
Do you think any of those people you go like, yeah, I like a lot of what he stands for? It's not even like...
The only reason why I'm on the electoral roll is to keep my credit score high.
Which is probably a lot of people, right? But even if I agreed with 50, 60% of something that any party said, I would probably vote for them. But shouldn't it be like 80, 90%? Like, oh yeah, they really fucking pushing the things that I want. This whole fucking boats thing, it feels manufactured. It feels like someone set up the boats thing, went, look at all those fucking boats coming, that's a problem, they're taking all your fucking jobs and we're paying for them to go in hotels. So that riled up a load of people to get fucking mad and do all the carnage that we saw last year. And they said last season then, like it's fucking boat hunting season. Like last year, with all of the shit show that happened with that, and then it feels like they've gone, problem, reaction, solution, get a digital ID. You got to have a fucking work permit and a national insurance number to get a job anyway. I employ people. I know what you need to be able to have people work for you. They have to have a right to work in the UK. Bringing in a digital ID feels like you're bringing in a solution to a problem that doesn't exist in terms of like and even if it did, there's only point fucking one of the country that actually gets dealt with it. Meanwhile, me and you have to get a digital ID. We have passports and we have a fucking right to work here. There's an absolute waste of fucking time in all of us adopting this one thing to solve a single fucking solution. It's bollocks. It feels like they manufactured the reaction to it, and then created the fucking thing to it. And there's rumours, and I don't know if it's true, which is why I'm saying it's rumours, is that fucking Tony Blair, his son is the fucking company that is going to get the contract to enact these digital IDs. And you think, there we fucking go. It's all fucking
money.
Cooked and corrupt, man. It fucking does my tits in.
So what are you going to do when the law's passed for digital IDs?
Complain about it and fucking resist it as long as I can, and probably end up getting it because I want to go on holiday somewhere.
Have they said what the so-called punishment or fine would be for denying the whole compulsory digital ID? Let's go. Because I think if enough people don't do it, then they surely can't punish everyone. Or will the punishment be the almost like repercussions of not having one, as in you can't fly, etc.?
That's it,
That's
yeah.
it, okay.
We can't force you to have one. Oh, did you want to go to an airport? Well, you better have your digital ID.
You know, it's that dark web, innit?
Fuck. Have you seen about the social credit scores in China?
No.
Mate. There's a rabbit hole you need to go down, because that's not a conspiracy. That's literally a thing.
That's the thing I see about China is the...
That's literally a Black Mirror episode, and it's real. Social credit scores.
Why can't we talk about a positive note where I think...
Because there's no fucking positive notes.
No, you mentioned China. I saw a few days ago they had like a bit of a medical breakthrough with... I think they healed a bone fracture in 6 minutes.
What?
So correct me if I'm wrong.
Mate, that means you're growing horns.
They've created something that they put in. I think they tested someone that had a fracture in their wrist, and they put it on their bone, and it's healed the fracture in 6 minutes. And they think it can almost revolutionise rehab for bone fractures and breaks.
Well, think about that, man. Imagine that. Imagine that's real. Let's say the Luke Shaw thing happened in the first half. You get him off. You fix his fucking thing here. You sew his sock back up and you throw him back on for the second half. What? You just had a double leg fracture off your fucking pop.
Nah, it's not obviously...
Run it off, pussy. What's the matter with you?
It's not fracture healed and then you just go back to normal. It's just like an acceleration of obviously...
It's a fucking joke, Ronnie.
It's not obviously the...
Some of these things are just jokes.
Oh, it's a bone glue, not instead of rods that they put in, basically.
Right. Fucking what? Anyway... Go Google social credit score in China and look forward to that coming in England about 5 fucking years.
Okay. So it's bone glue. It's a major bit. So it's instead of a rods. Fair enough. All right. But apparently it's not being received with a lot of support. So, and then I reckon if you're looking at bone glue, a lot of people will think it's probably just a different version of a bone graft, maybe.
I don't know. I don't know anything about it.
Instant knee fix.
Right.
And not says I thought Ronnie knew. No, I don't. Especially when it comes to politics. Got my head in the clouds when it comes to politics.
People are saying that the Tony Blair thing is a rumour. Okay, like I said, I did quantify it by saying I think it's a rumour, but and I didn't know if it was true or what. Right. Anyways, take it easy.
And to be fair, I'd say the things that I do know politically to annoy Dej because he wants this to end, but I can't say on air.
Yeah, commercial manager Dej is in the back with his head in his hands. Yeah. But don't worry about it.
The type of conspiracies and the things that I've done rabbit holes on, I don't think are very repeatable on here, so that's why.
Do you want me to do a solo video talking about that politically homeless thing? Because I've thought about it and I'm debating it. But let me know, do you think it's something that you would watch? Let me know in the comments, because I can record that. We can do that tomorrow, to be honest, because I think I know what to say in it. But it's one of them, innit, I guess. Yeah, Tony Blair's behind a fucking hell of a lot. I saw something today. I saw a TikTok today and I'm like, is this fucking parody? It was a lady that was asked if Tony Blair should be the Prime Minister or something, or the governor of Gaza. And you're like, what? And she goes, well, he was heavily involved in the Middle East. And you're like, yeah, but you what? Wild. Okay, people are saying...
Yes
is the general vibe. All right.
Patreon.
No, I'll stick it on the podcast channel, because the podcast is the talking channel, so I think we go on the podcast one. So
get Tony Blair on.
Oh, mate. So I met Tony Blair in... this is a funny story, actually. So when you're on operational tours, we was in Afghanistan, and he came over to do a meet the troops kind of thing. And there was a couple of things that me and one of my mates used to do. One of them was... let me see if I can do this without getting my drink everywhere. So one of them was we would get a mouthful of water and just start talking like that. Ridiculous, right? Another thing that we would do is, as we was talking, solo me, yeah, you just lick your chin like that every now and then. So as you're talking, like every word, just lick your chin. So Tony Blair comes up to us and he's just asking nonsense. Are you getting your mail? How's morale? Blah, blah, blah. And we're in like a horseshoe shape. And he starts talking to me and I'm going, yeah, it's all right. And I did the licking the chin thing, and I can just see one of my mate's shoulders doing that. Round the corner, I am holding it together as much as I can. And Tony Blair just looks at me like this. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And then he walks off and does the next guy and starts chatting to him. And then my sergeant major just comes and gets in my face and does this. Speak to me afterwards. I was like, fuck. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I got a bollocking.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie to you. I stopped listening after you spat on yourself.
It was one thing that we used to do. We used to do it all the time, and it was problematic because you sabotage yourself.
There's wires.
We would do it covered in.
There's wires everywhere, Steve.
Yeah, I looked.
What if I got electrocuted?
But yeah, we would do that quite frequently. Just in the middle of a thing, you just start talking with a mouthful of water. Listen, times were hard and there was no internet. We had to make our own entertainment. Not saying it's good.
And
I'm just
magazines.
saying it's one of those, isn't it? Anyways, right, we'll have a look at trying to sort that out tomorrow. It's in a bit. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.